Right, guys, today we got composition of functions. We're going to kind of combine two functions together. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Called composition, though. Okay, it looks like this. You're going to see notation. It looks like this right here, which we would say f of g of x, which means basically what we're going to do is we're going to plug function g into function f, or it may look like this one. We would say g of f of x, where we're going to plug function f into g. It can also be written like this, with a little circle in between, and you would read it the same way, f of g of x, g of f of x. And you work backwards always. Plug function g into f or function f into g. And you'll see what I'm talking about on the next slide. Oh, slide after this one, sorry about that. Okay, the composition of functions, g with function f is written this way, like I just showed you on the last slide. Now, the domain is a big deal today. The domain is a set of all x values such that x is in a domain of f, which is the inside part, and is in a domain of g. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the domain of whatever's inside, in this case f, and then we're going to look at the final answer that we get and compare that domain to the one we started with and tweak it from there. And I'll show you a couple here. All right. This one says let f of x be 2x minus 7, g of x is x squared plus 4. Find f of g of x and g of f of x and g of f of 3. Okay, so f of g of x would work just like this. I'm going to take function g and plug it into f. So I'm taking this x squared plus 4 and plugging it into the x in function f. So it's going to look like 2 times x squared plus 4 minus 7. And we're just going to work as much as we can. That'd be distribute the 2 and then subtract the 8 minus 7. And you get that. That's the f of g of x. Now, you're not going to get the same thing when you do g of f of x. So now I'm going to plug function f into g. So I'm taking this. I'll change color so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take this function and plug it into that x. So it's going to look like 2x minus 7 squared. That's a terrible minus 7. Sorry about that. 2x minus 7 squared plus 4. And we're going to work it out. Okay, so it's square, multiply, double, square. So I'm going to square, multiply, double, square. And I got that plus 4 at the end, so I'm going to end up with a 4x squared minus 28x plus 53. Okay, so notice the two answers are different. Okay, f of g of x and g of f of x are two different things. Now, the last thing says g of f of 3, and this is easier. When they give you numbers, it's a little bit easier to work with. Start inside with the f of 3. So if I just do f of 3, I'm plugging 3 into function f up there. This gives me 2 times 3 minus 7, which is 6 minus 7, which is negative 1. Now I'm going to take that negative 1, that's what the inside part is, and plug it into g. Okay, so I'm going to do g of negative 1, which would be negative 1 squared plus 4. Just plugging it in up there, which is 1 plus 4, which is 5. So g of f of 3 would just be 5. And notice what I just did? One more time. I took the 3, plugged it into f. Once I got that answer, I'll plug that answer into g, and that was my f of g of, or g of f of 3. Okay, last slide. Let f of x be 4x negative 1. Now I'm going to rewrite that. That's really this. Remember, the negative exponent flips, so it's really 4 over x. G of x is 5x minus 2. We'll do one at a time, so let's find f of g. And find their domain. Okay, so if I'm going to find f of g, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the domain of g. The domain of g, right there, if there's no fractions, no radicals, the domain's all real. So the domain of g is all real numbers. Okay, now let's work this one out. It says to do f of g. So I'm plugging function g into f, which would look like this, 4 over 5x minus 2. Okay, I just plugged it into the x right there. Now, because I have a fraction now, my domain cannot be all real numbers because I can't have 0 on the bottom. So if I take the denominator right there, the 5x minus 2, and figure out what would make it equal 0, it would be 2/5. So here's my domain. Now, my domain would be all x's except for x cannot equal 2/5. That's the domain of f of g of x. Now I'm going to change the color and do g of f of x. All right, so this time I'm plugging f into g. So I'm taking this 4 over x and putting it right here. Now I should have done the domain first. Domain of this one, of f of x, because it is 4 over x, the domain is everything except for 0. So the domain when I first started this was x can't be 0. Okay, now if I work this out, I'm going to get 20 over x minus 2. And still the domain, you can't have 0 on the bottom, so the domain is still x cannot equal 0. So my domain would be all x's such that x can't be 0. Okay, so there's that domain. And we got one more. The last one's kind of a weird one. This is f of x. Okay, so I'm going to actually put function f into function f, which is going to be really strange. So it's going to look like f of x. Okay, first of all, the domain of f of x, remember, is x cannot equal 0. So if I plug 4 over x into f, it's going to be 4 over x. So I put the 4 over x. Now, because it's a fraction division, I can do keep, change, flip. So I get the 4's cancel. I just get x. Now, that would be all real numbers, but I have to combine it with what we started with. So my domain for the last one's x cannot equal 0. I hope that makes some sense. You'll pick up on it pretty quick once you get to class tomorrow, like you always do. And I'll see you then.